Mississippi. We are broadcasting live from the heart of Columbia, Mississippi on this gorgeous day in the Christmas season. And joining us on the stage here overlooking downtown Columbia are Kristian Agoglia, the owner of Experience Columbia, Looks Great Services in Helanbak, and Jennings Freeman, who's with the Helanbak organization. What's your exact position?
I'm the shop foreman.
Shop foreman. All right, awesome. So welcome to the show, gentlemen. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here. And start with you, Kristian, and tell us exactly your organization's involvement in all the festivities here in Columbia. You guys are pretty involved in all that.
Yeah, so on a day-to-day basis, our company's Looks Great Services in Helanbak. Those companies they're service companies and manufacturing company that work primarily for utilities. Looks Great Services works for utilities, doing right-of-way maintenance. Helanbak is a state-of-the-art machining facility. We make products for the gas and oil and water industry, and we have a firearms division as well.
I got you. So when you talk about the maintenance part of Looks Great Services, explain what that means more specifically.
So on a day-to-day basis, the company works for utilities like power companies and REAs, and we maintain their power lines by keeping the vegetation cut back. Our goal is to keep the lights on. I
got you. So, and certainly, I guess one of the biggest challenges to that is when we get these ice storms to come through here and the limbs get heavy and they fall and they break the power lines and we lose power. So is that kind of one of the things you work to protect against?
We do. We do a lot of storm work, both here in the state and we also travel and work for other utilities throughout the country. And we do get calls quite frequently to send crews to areas that have been affected by storms.
I got you. And so, Jennings, you said you were the shop foreman at Helanbak. First of all, Helanbak, explain the name there.
It's a drill term. It's kind of like a play on words for the drilling industry.
I got you.
We started out building water well drill pipe. So
okay.
We're set up to manufacture all different things, but water well drill pipe was where we started.
Okay.
That was the original.
It wasn't Grinder drilling, was it?
No, sir. No, so we do work for Grinder.
Okay. Because I know they're in the area too, aren't they?
They're right here. Yes.
Yeah, they were an old customer of mine 35 years ago or so.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. So, and you manufacture those products?
Yes, sir. We're a full-blown machine shop, CNC. Okay. We have about 15, 16 CNC mills running round the clock, until 8 in the evening. So we run them out 16 hours a day.
And shipping those items across the country, the world? Or?
Yes, sir. Not necessarily worldwide, but countrywide for sure. You know, we do a lot of firearms manufacturing is our main thing right now. Is what we manufacture the most is our own weapons.
Firearms?
Yes.
Under your own brand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't know that. I'm glad to know that. So, all right. So, tell me, Kristian, about Experience Columbia. So, we talked about Looks Great Services, and we talked about Helanbak. Tell us about Experience Columbia and what you guys do there.
Well, we live in a great town. Columbia is a fascinating place to live, to run businesses, and to do business here. Experience Columbia is a coming together of a lot of great businesses and community leaders and other local businesses and people we're just working on our community.
Yeah.
And we love doing business here, but we also want to make a difference. And for ourselves, for the people that work for the companies, and also for our kids and for the community. So Experience Columbia is the culmination of that all coming together. It started as, I wouldn't call it an accident, but it kind of came into being by, one thing led to another. And, in a very short amount of time, it's developed into what it is today, which is, we feel like it's impacting our town.
Yeah. So are you a Columbia native?
I am not from Columbia.
I'm shocked. Moved to the area?
I did. My wife is Jennings Agoglia. She is very involved in all the businesses as well. She is a native, and her family is native to Columbia.
Okay. So by virtue of marriage, you ended up at
I did. First time I came to Columbia was during Hurricane Katrina. I was with our normal lines of businesses. I was I was doing storm recovery work in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I happened to end up working for an extended period of time in Columbia.
I'll be darned. This so goes back to Katrina, 2005, essentially.
That brought me here. That's correct.
And then was that kind of the genesis to form some of these businesses, to establish some of these businesses, like certainly like the Looks Good Services?
So Looks Great Services.
Yeah, Looks Great. Excuse me.
Looks Great Services is a company started in New York, and the original Looks Great Services still is in New York.
Okay.
And operates up there where I'm from on Long Island. In 2011, we started Looks Great Services in Mississippi.
Okay.
Because I was coming down here quite frequently.
I got you.
At the time, we weren't married, but I was dating my wife,
Sure.
Yolanda, and I came down here so much we started doing business with some of the local utility here, and gave me an opportunity to provide some services for them. So that helped.
I see.
And now Columbia is the home for the main headquarters of the Looks Great Services organization.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Right here in Columbia, Mississippi. So how many do you employ?
We, with all the companies, are around between 250 300 employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. How's that been going? You looking for people like everybody else is?
We're always looking for people.
Sure.
We have an amazing team, and we have. I know that there is always. It's hard to find people, but we seem to have just an amazing group of people that work for the organizations.
That's awesome. And Jennings, the manufacturing facility is in the Columbia area here?
Yes, sir. We're right next door to the Looks Great office.
Okay.
We do a lot of wear parts and a lot of work for Looks Great also.
Okay.
So a lot of stuff for his all his equipment.
Well, the whole CNC process is fairly unique, and that's pretty high tech these days.
Yes, sir. It is. It's growing bigger and bigger. It's stuff I couldn't imagine 20 years ago that we're doing now with it. So much faster and easier.
Yeah. So that provides opportunity and increases productivity and is that going well? I mean, the business, the flow of business is going well?
Yes, sir. It's very well.
Are you having any issues getting components in the supply chain shortages that we're experiencing in the country, in the world, really?
Yes, sir. Not at the moment. We're pretty good. Prices are going up. You know, things are getting more. So, but it's a little bit harder. It takes a little bit longer to get things than what you're used to getting it. So you have to plan ahead and get ready, forecast it. You know.
What about the number of staff that you have at the shop there?
I have 6 machinists working with me.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I know a lot of times folks' perception of machinists may be more of an industrial sort of discipline, but it's really become a matter of operating some pretty high-tech stuff, as we were talking about earlier.
Yes, sir.
So it's kind of a blend of those skills.
That's right. That's right. A lot of welding and fabricating, a lot of machining, and a lot of computer work these days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
And that's really kind of revolutionized that whole industry.
Yes, sir.
Seems like so. All right. So, what's on the boards for you, Kristian? You got any future plans to expand the businesses? Perhaps launch another business? Is that in the works as well?
Well, Experience Columbia, we started that a few years ago, and that is experiencing a lot of growth. Our goal with that is to continue, and our plans for the years to come is to continue to grow the excitement and the experience that people have when they come here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm partial to Columbia because I live here and have my companies here, but I think everybody should come at least visit. And I think this is a great town to raise a family and to live. You know, this is an up and coming town.
Yeah.
It really is. If you know, it's great to be in that environment all the time, but if you like to be part of something that's changing and happening and developing on the forefront, now's the time to be here. I feel like, because it's not just Experience Columbia. We're very fortunate to have there's a couple amazing companies that are already here in Columbia that do business here. And look, it is small town USA. Yep. But there are some, tremendous companies that have also chosen to be here in Columbia and have decided this is where they're going to have their headquarters.
That's fantastic. All right, there's a rumor about a new restaurant possibly coming to town. You know anything about that?
Possibly.
You involved in that?
I am.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm Italian. You know, my heritage. My great grandfather came over to Brooklyn on a boat through Ellis Island. My dad grew up in Brooklyn with his dad, and
So you're going to bring that kind of food, Italian food? I'm guessing.
we're going to try.
That's what I
We're going
thought.
to try. I think we can do it.
Kristian Agoglia, owner of Experience Columbia, Looks Great Services, and Helanbak. And we've also had Jennings Freeman, the shop foreman at Helanbak, have been our guest in this segment.